right, the Crusader's finally back, and it's been a while since I made a video. I know that. People are probably thinking, where the hell has he been? Well, in all honesty, I really haven't been gone. I've been working on another YouTube channel called Into the Crusaderverse. This is another channel that I've been working on. This is a dream I've had to do more action, adventure, graphics, that sort of thing. Because you guys can tell I'm a man of many talents. So if you'd like to go ahead and check the Crusader out on another YouTube channel, go on down to Into the Crusaderverse, hit like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and see the Crusader go on adventures and all sorts of fun stuff. Now, for today's video, for the topic of today's conversation, I'm going to be talking about something that nobody has ever discussed. I've never heard it. Out of all those people that are talking about CPNs, credit profiles, you can do this and that, no one's talked about this. But the Crusader is going to do it right now. First thing I got to say, as always, this video is for entertainment/education purposes only. This is not a call to action. This is just for fun, right? And I'm going to say another thing. I am not an advocate of fraud. I never have been. I do not believe that you should get credit profiles, build them up, run them up, and then not pay the bank back. I do not agree with that at all, because that is stealing. And I'm against stealing. But one thing I'm not against is privacy. People ask me all the time, well, Crusader, if you're not going to run it up, why are you even teaching about CPNs? And why are you even an advocate for them? I'm going to tell you right now. Because there once was a day, it was in the past, where people actually had privacy. There once was a time where if you didn't want somebody to have your phone number, you didn't give it to them, and then they didn't have it. There once was a time where people couldn't go on the internet, look up where you live, where you've lived, all your information. Your address, your phone number, your email. Hell, they even know people you've lived with. It's insane how people are cool with this. And I'm not. That is the number one reason why I'm telling you guys about the system that has been put in place. And why I'm exposing this and letting you guys know the truth. Because they don't want you to know this shit. I'm telling you guys, when I talk about CPNs, I'm showing you guys the system that the powers that be have put in place, because they want us all talking to robots. They want to be able to make as much money as they possibly can, and they want to be able to track us. I don't care what the hell they say. They want to be able to sell our information, giving us no choice. You can't operate now in today's society without giving up your information. I mean, let's think about this. What's a basic need? Housing, right? You have to have a place to live, whether you own it or whether you rent it. You've got to give up your social security number, name, date of birth, all that stuff. And I think it's bullshit, because then all that information, where does it go? It goes into public records so that people can sell you shit. And God knows what else. I'm not cool with it. I'm not cool with it because I know how the system works. And I do not want to give up my privacy. I don't. I choose not to. I refuse. And here's another thing that you guys need to know. I love how people are like, oh, CPNs are bad, and you should listen to the banks and all this kind of stuff. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. The banks have no right to ask you for your social security number. None. The social security number was given to you by the what? The government, Social Security Administration. Do you know what that number is for? That number is to keep track of social security benefits and paying taxes, things like that. It's never meant for using as a credit profile number. It's never meant for something that you'd have to give up to get a cell phone and all that kind of stuff. You see, back in the day, companies actually knew the people they did business with. It wasn't all online. There was a time where you actually walked into the bank and you knew the guy, the teller and the banker, they knew you. And it was just one of those things. People knew each other, people talked to each other. It's not like that anymore. And now the system that's been put in place, everything's automated. Another thing that pisses me off, and I know a lot of you guys don't realize this, people are like, oh, well, so-and-so made a CPN, or Credit Crusader made a CPN. Why are you making CPNs? I've never made a CPN in my life, and neither is any of these people on YouTube. No one, they've never made a CPN. You know why? Because they can't. The only people that can make a credit profile are the credit bureaus. They're the ones that do it. It's their system that they put in place. They did this, not me, not everybody else. It was the credit bureaus are the ones who made it so if you've never applied for anything and you put that information in, it's going to start building a credit profile. They did that. So they need to own that shit. And if they have a problem with it, they need to fix it. Because, it's a clear loophole. And some people the people who listen to what I have to say, they're learning how to work it. And actually it's like, fix it, don't fix it. I don't care, because you're not going to get my information either way. I do not, I refuse to give up my privacy, and I refuse to be made to feel like some sort of a criminal if I don't give up information that's none of their damn business. And you guys should feel the same way. Why does the phone company need to know your social security number? Why? They're not giving you benefits. Why do you even need to know your birthday? What, are they going to give you a birthday present? Yeah, right. They want all that information so they can make help create the profile in public records and in the credit bureaus and all that kind of stuff, so then they can nail you down and track you down. It's like, no, and then they want to take that information and then sell it. And you have no choice. How many of you guys have looked at a credit card statement when you first apply for a credit card or a bank? They have a long list of things. It's like, this is all the information because they have to tell you this now. They didn't tell you before, but now they have to tell you. But they don't give you a choice of whether or not you go along with it. They have a list of all these things, like, we will sell your information here, here, and here. You can opt out here, but you cannot opt out here, here, and here. So you cannot opt out of them selling your information. That's why when you go and you Google your name, that's why all your information comes up. See, the powers that be, they love that shit. They love tracking people. I don't. I refuse not to. I'm not letting go of my privacy because it's my right. It is, and it's your right too. Everybody tries to act like they know shit. It's like, I know that the Social Security Administration and the government, they issued the Social Security number. That's for them. The banks, the credit bureaus, the phone company, everybody else, they're private institutions. They have no business having a Social Security number. None. But the problem is the system they put in place, they want to be able to track you and see, have credit profiles to see if your credit worthiness and all that kind of stuff. They don't want to have to get to actually know you, and they don't want to have to put in the time and the manpower to actually talk to you. That's another thing I've got a problem with. You guys ever called like a big company? Try getting somebody on the phone, right? How about Google? You ever got anybody on the phone? Oh, they'll call you if they have a problem, but you can't ever call them. I think it's bullshit. This is everything. They want everything all automated, us talking to machines and all that kind of stuff. Well, I mean, if they have the problem with the information that I've been giving out, because I've been getting community guideline strikes for this stuff. If you don't think, guys, I'm on people's radar. I know that. There are people gunning for me because they don't want me telling you guys this information. But as far as that's all concerned, they can kiss my ass because it's bullshit. This is not right. Guys, you don't have to give up your privacy. You don't have to let people know. You don't have to have it so when people Google your name, they're going to know where you live, your phone number, who you've lived with. I mean, it's like, what do you want to do? Like, you want to picture my ass? Is that what you want? It's like these people want everything. Well, they're not going to get it. Definitely not going to get it from me. And you shouldn't feel bad about it because it's your right to have privacy. I don't care what anybody tells you. It is. It doesn't make you a criminal to want to have some things private where it's like there's certain people you don't want to know that shit. I don't. So as far as CPNs and all that kind of stuff is concerned, I know a hell of a lot about them. And if you want to learn about them, go on down to crusadercave.com. Check out my plethora of workshops that I have that go into great detail all about it. Now, with that being said, I want to let you guys know Credit Crusader Season 4 is coming up real soon. This is going on. This will be 3 years that this channel has been around. I'd like to personally thank all you guys, all my supporters, all my subscribers, and let you guys know the best is yet to come. Because I got things in store for you guys. But with that being said, I got to get going. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Crusader out.